Hello and welcome to the TCF Morning Show. It is Thursday, January 16th. It is the end of the week for us. I don't think we'll be doing any episodes this weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend for the boys. So, like I said, we'll go over our NFL picks today. But today I have joining me, Matt, at schools_01. His birthday was
Tuesday.
So I'm trying to think of where we're at when that was. 2 days ago. How was the birthday, Matt?
It was good. It was relaxing. Very nothing big happened, so it's always a good thing in my opinion anymore. So, but yeah, it was a good night. Everything worked out well.
Love it. And we got Boomy at Boomy TCF. I am at Z Lilia LILJA TCF. Go to our main page at typical_Chicago. Instagram, Facebook, go there, search Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Follow us on there. We put all of our podcasts and YouTube videos on all of our social medias. Go, like I said, go to the YouTube, subscribe, watch the videos, comment, like them, please. We're really trying to build our YouTube page there. And also go to wherever you get your podcast from, Apple, Spotify, Spreaker. Go to search bar, type in Typical Chicago Fans, subscribe, rate, review. We put all of our TCF morning shows and our TCF podcast on there. So go on there, give us a 5-star rating if you would like, please. But boys, we got the sponsors, The Muddy Otter. Last night we had our first appearance by Mitch Brittis. A great appearance. He will be back on the show at some time in the future. It was a fun show. Like I said, it's fun for me because me and Mitch grew up together, so it was just kind of cool to get back into talking about sports and stuff. I forgot to bring this up. Me and Mitch, we played Madden so much. A kid like Mitch wasn't much for sports games, really. He was more into like the World of Warcraft and stuff. But Madden was his game, and we played it so much. That was about the time Madden stopped changing. It really hasn't changed much since, other than like the player mode.
Yeah,
but it's kind of all stayed the same. But shout out to The Muddy Otter. Go to themuddyotter.com. Check out their products. They are in the lab. I was right last night. Mitch told me some of the stuff Hannah does with making the pottery has some chemicals in it. So when I say they are in the lab, I'm right. My mother had brought that up to me, that it was a studio, not a lab. It's also a studio, but also a lab. So I was right about that. Studio lab. Thank you. Go to their Instagram with Studio Lab.
No, just lab.
I like lab too. I think lab is
because you don't know if you're making pottery or making a mixtape.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just fun to say.
Or Matt.
Oh, we're in the lab. It doesn't
choose your own adventure. It's like Elite Pass.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing tonight? We're working in the lab. They could be doing a lot of different things.
Mind your business.
Yeah, you mind your business. But go to their Facebook, Instagram. Check out them on there. They said themuddyotter.com. Hannah and Mitch Prentice. Again, we'll have Mitch on sometime in the future here. It's just kind of whenever our schedules work out, but he liked coming on. We had a lot of fun, so he will definitely be back on. Also, Score Trader. There will not be any cash prize competitions for the conference championship and the Super Bowl, but you can still play if you want to get some experience with it, but there will be no cash prizes. Actually, Boomy, who is into some of the politics, is going to be doing trading within politics. We're going to get more into that in the next few weeks here. I'll be talking to Owen a little bit about that. But
yeah, I got to talk to Owen about that because I've done a lot of research into another website that does similar things. So I'm really excited about that. Luckily, I didn't invest any of my money in that other website. I'm getting really excited. I think I'm going to dump it all into the politics side of Score.
I think, Boomy, what have I told you? You won't have to open up your wallet. It's free. I'm pretty sure I'm guessing it's gonna be free to play.
That's
or
even
even
better.
if it's not. But at this point, I think it's free to play. But yes, we'll be talking more about that here in the next maybe next week. We'll get more into that. But yes, it's gonna get more into politics. We'll be back for some March Madness stuff into sports, but the app will start to go. I don't know if they're going to go into a different app or if it's just going to transition. I think it's just going to transition into the politics part, but we will get more into that. Maybe Boomy, maybe we'll have you do the ad reads for this one instead of
Yes, sir.
Pigo, because I think this is your strong suit. I think when he told me about this today, I thought about you, and I thought how you'd be excited about it. So I'm excited about this.
Good.
A nice little sponsorship. It's transitioning from sports into politics, but it's going to be fun with some of the stuff they can do on it's kind of like trading stocks. So I'll be you're going to have to teach me how to do that. I couldn't even think about starting to think about politics. But again, Score Trader, shout out to them. Shout out to the Muddy Otter. Boys, our first subject of the day, Chicago. 2 wins tonight. We got the Bulls beating the Wizards, a pretty bad Wizards team. But they're kind of sticking around in the fight for the 8th spot because the 8th spot is horrible in the East. But I still don't think much of the win. I mean, I like the win. I always like when the Bulls win. You can't not say that. But let's see here. Let's see some stats here. Levine, another 30-point game. Markkanen, 13. Chris Dunn, 29 minutes, 2 points. 29 minutes, 2 points. 0 for 5 from 3-point. Kobe White, 22 minutes, 10 points. Gafford, he got hurt tonight with a thumb injury, only 2 points, 1 minute.
I am 29 years old. I am out of shape.
Wait.
I don't play basketball very often. And I could go out there and in 30 minutes run into someone twice and at least get more than 2 points. I'd at least shoot 4 free throws.
I don't know about that. Matt, what were you going to say?
No, that's embarrassing. 50 minutes of play and 2 points, that's
NBA
disgusting.
player, yes. What were you saying, Matt?
Put your head down, go run in there, get a foul, and go to the free throw line. How do you not score 2 points, more than 2 points?
I was just going to say, I think I thought I heard Hutchinson got hurt too. So I think not only Gafford, but I think they lost Hutchinson too.
Yeah, because Gafford's been in the starting rotation. Gets hurt 1 minute into the game is what this said. Sanderansky, 18 points. That's a nice.
Whatever. He still sucks.
Chris Dunn, though, 1-7 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Shush. No turnovers. Hey, no turnovers. That's good. That's a. Thaddeus Young, though, 20 minutes, 18 points, 7 of 9. 3 for 3 from the 3-point land for Thaddeus.
Gotta love that.
Wow, I like that a lot. Kobe White, 1 for 5.
Another DNP too for
yeah.
Denzel, huh? How about that?
Yeah, what's the deal? Is he hurt or are we gonna get rid of if you're gonna DNP him because he's whatever, send him to the Windy City Bulls and let him play some.
Right.
Unless he's hurt. Right. I mean, if he's hurt, then I understand. But if you're just DNPing him for no reason, then why is he not at least trying to get better with the Windy City Bulls?
Yeah, I agree.
Did you guys know the Windy City Bulls is also kind of affiliated with the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, they have like dual.
They had
they can two-way play.
They had
sign guys with
two-way
contract, or not two-way.
What's the
Bowl,
yeah. Manute Bol's son. He was on there for a little. He was on the team. They had. I thought I saw somebody else from the Nuggets the other day, but because I follow the Windy City Bulls and I always see that, and I always get kind of confused. I didn't know that. That's kind of.
You can get the bounce guys around if you have.
I wonder why they don't just have a G League team in Denver.
I think they do. Every team in the NBA has their own G League team.
Why are some players going to?
I honestly couldn't tell you, but I think I saw that this is the first year that every NBA team has a G League team.
That's confusing. Very confusing. Like I say, the two Chicago teams that played tonight got wins. We got the Blackhawks win third straight. That's nice. They are 4 points back in the wild card spot.
They were 4 for 4. The Bulls are 4 games out, and the Blackhawks are 4 points out of the playoffs right now.
I have more faith in the Blackhawks, I'd have to say, but
kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other right now.
I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean, but let's be realistic here. You look at the two teams. What team actually has a chance of winning a Stanley Cup or championship? I understand you'd have to say, well, neither team. But the Blackhawks have a chance of when they get in, they can make something happen. The Bulls, there's no chance. There's just no chance. At least we can get excited about the Blackhawks. If they make a playoffs, they can make a run. You know what I mean? I hate to be – I don't mean to be that guy, but I people are always trying to compare kind of the two teams, but I still think that in the NHL, at least there's a chance of a team kind of sneaking in, being like what the Blues were last year. In the NBA, in the East at least, there's 2 or 3 teams.
Yeah.
At least we can get excited.
I just think there's like a less than 1% chance that either of our teams make it in the playoffs. I know the Blackhawks are hot right now.
There's
but
less
just
than a
the
1% chance that the Blackhawks or well, I think the Bulls also have a pretty good chance of maybe being an 8th or 7th seed too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's
I don't know if
but
I don't know if it's just from like having the carpet torn up from under your feet the last couple of years, but it just feels like something is going to happen. Like Daniel Gafford going out tonight, and obviously all the injuries the Blackhawks have had. Like there's just nothing that makes me like almost feel lucky. And I don't know if that's a stupid sentiment, but like there's just some things like that are floating around. You're like something bad is going to happen, something that maybe is out of the Bulls or Blackhawks control. I just get this bad vibe from both teams this year.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
I know. It's weird. I just have little to no faith in either
Matt,
of them.
thoughts?
I have a lot more faith in the Blackhawks
Thank you.
personally. I think they can make a run to the playoffs. I'd put their chances probably right now like probably 25%.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. I don't think
the Bulls in my opinion are probably under, I would say somewhere in the 5 to 10%
Well, the only
range, 'cause they're not going to get any better.
No, but the only reason I say that is
get...
because that 8th spot is bad in general. It's like 6
Yeah,
games
but
under
we
500.
keep it out with the Magic.
What makes you think Jim Boylan's going to coach this team up?
And their schedule gets
and
harder.
kind of improvement.
Their schedule just gets harder and harder the rest of the year.
This team is just.
I have no faith
know,
in this
man.
team. I hate to even say playoffs and Bulls because there's actually like a kind of a decent chance of them making the playoffs just because that last 8 seed in the East is so bad, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be good by any means.
Well, I know it's always easy to go back to that. The Hawks have done it before. They've got a bunch of veterans that have playoff experience and won championships and all that. But you can't discount that either. And the team's going to get hot. It's going to be guys that likely have done it before. Look at the Blues last year, and I hate to keep invoking that team because what they did last year was a fluke. It's not going to happen again by very often. Especially you wouldn't think math says it's not going to happen the following year, but. It was veteran laden team that guys have they know how to play the game. They can get on a hot streak. They've won 7 of 10. They do that again a couple more times with various couple stretches without taking the long droughts without a win like they had earlier in the season. There's no reason they can't fight and claw into that 8th spot. They're sitting about the 4 or 5 now out of the top 2. Being the wild card team, so they're 3 or 4 teams ahead of them, but. They're all bundled up. They got a lot of division games left, so there's no reason they can't make a run.
Yeah, the Blackhawks, like you said, they're kind of I don't know. They got guys on their team that could at least lead them to a playoffs. I just feel like there's no one. I guess I hate to discount Zach LaVine, but I just feel like there's no one that can lead this Bulls team to a playoff run. Their coach is
ever really show.
Like their coach is he does everything against it. It just kind of stinks. You're just in a spot where you're not going to get the number 1 pick. Even if you did, you got into the top. Like it didn't work out last year, but you're not looking to get like a top spot because you're not that bad right now. But you're also not good enough to get like. Compete in the East, but you're good enough to be in the middle of the East. We're just in the worst spot right now. We are in the worst spot right now.
Right. Basketball purgatory.
Awful.
Yeah, it's basketball hell.
But for tonight,
there's no way around.
But for tonight, Chicago, we're winners, 2-0. Bulls win, Blackhawks win. For tonight, we'll think positive. We'll think positive thoughts for tonight. That's what we can do. That's all we can do right now.
I love that.
Positive thoughts only. This is not positive. MLB cheating scandal continues. Carlos Beltran, nothing has really come about of it yet, but They're thinking about maybe he might step down. He may be fired. He hasn't been suspended. Nothing's going on with that because all players were immune. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
From
They
getting in
had,
trouble if they said everything that happened, which I think is just how else were they going to do it? If we were going to do it that way, then it was going to be kind of hard to get all the information away from all the players. So no player was suspended, but he has been kind of the said to be maybe the head of some of the cheating or some of the stuff they were doing, and now he is the Mets coach. What do you guys think? Do you think he's going to be fired? Do you think anything will happen? Do you think he will be the opening day coach still for the Mets?
I think they're going to fire him.
Yeah, I think if they don't fire him, I have a feeling he'll step down.
Is baseball just trying to wash their hands of all this right now? Are they trying to get everybody that's even involved in this away from the game?
I was going to use the term throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but I don't think that's quite accurate here because it's not like he was completely innocent. But I do think MLB is going to take the steps to, it goes with like any other cheating scandal, going back to like the Black Sox and, Pete Rose and all that. Like if they feel like someone is involved in something that's making their brand look bad, they're going to, especially if it's an isolated thing, not like steroids. I keep thinking of that, but like that was more of a widespread thing. If it's an isolated thing, then they're going to try and, make an example out of those people. And I just think the Mets, being in the major market that they are, I just feel like the Mets are going to move on and try and keep their nose away. Like, because if they have success this year, they're going to be like, well, what are they really doing? Like it's always going to be kind of a cloud hanging over their heads. So I think he's going to get fired or he's going to quit.
To me, it seems like this whole thing's been a lot of optics.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go. I think like with what Major League Baseball did with their penalties, I think they knew what McClain was going to do, and I think they knew McClain was going to fire Hinch and Luhnow when the ruling came down. But you look at the penalties on itself, and the $5 million fine. At the end of the day, that's like
nothing. It's a drop in the bucket.
That's a long reliever, that you're expecting to get very minimal usage out of. That's not going to really penalize the team. The draft picks, they're a late first round pick for them.
That's why I said you take all their picks away for a year.
Where they really needed to get them was the international money.
Yeah,
is really hit them hard there because that's where every team's on a level playing field pretty much with the money they have available.
I really do think taking the first two picks, the first and second round picks in the next two drafts for the Astros, who have picked a lot of the guys who are core players on their team right now in the first and second round, will end up hurting them somewhat in the long run too. I'm not saying it's going to a lot, but I think it's big.
Don't forget cornerstones in Correa and Bregman were top 3 picks. Bregman was the second overall pick. I think Correa was the third. So
yeah, I mean though.
I agree. It's always painful, but like what I'm saying though, with the international signing money, that's where the great teams are on. They have just as much right to the top players as the shit teams do, because it's all money. It's all money you have available. If you cut the money that they have available, that's why the Braves are getting. That's why the Braves probably took it up the ass even worse with their stuff, because they got hit hard with the international money. But aside from that, though, it seems it's all optics. Cora steps down before really anything comes out about him that's concrete. And now the noise about Beltran. And it's like, it's all seems like everyone's trying to save face where, preserve careers. And, how does the Major League Baseball, and I think it was Carabas on Barstool Radio today brought this up. If you're Major League Baseball, how do you suspend Cora for life? Because at that point, he's going to burn the whole thing down. He'll bring the whole ship down. Because what does he have?
You want to ban me for life? I'll tell you.
I understand that, but
they've cheated.
Every video that I see of them, like Alex Cora at the World Series parade when he was saying, "Oh, we beat this team, we beat the Yankees, we beat 16 up on these teams," they were so cocky about it, so arrogant about it, while they knew what they were doing. At first I was kind of on the like, oh man, I hope the punishment. I almost hope it gets like 5 to 10 years. Because I think they knew exactly what they were doing. And I understand you can steal stuff, but they were cheating in a way that they'd use technology. But the way they went about it, even the players, the way they went about it, they almost were like they knew they wanted you to know what they were doing. They threw it out there even a few times in like press conferences and stuff where they were kind of poking fun at it and stuff. It's like, I don't know. I really hope that he gets punished pretty bad with the, I wouldn't say lifetime ban, I guess, but I say even if you give him 5 to 10 years, you may never see him in baseball again.
I personally think it's hard to give him more than one. I mean, if you're going to give the GM and Hinch and the manager,
I understand that, but he was a part of 2.
And you're giving it, but I'm saying if you're going to give it to those guys strictly for overseeing the operation, how do you give the? I don't know. I don't know how you can say Cora gets more than a year.
How can he not get more than the people that were only involved in one? I mean, he was involved in both.
We don't know anything about the Boston situation.
Yeah,
they haven't said anything about that. So I mean,
I have not heard one. Wow, that's the first person I've heard say that he should get under a year.
Oh no! I said he should get a year. He should get the same penalty that Hinch and Lunau got.
I think if it
because
comes out,
different. It's all part of the same
I guess I should word it like this: if it comes out that they were cheating. And, yeah, I guess they were just using the whatever. But if he's involved in 2, I think he's got to get more than the other guys.
And, frankly, you can call it a 1-year suspension. Who the hell is going to hire these guys?
That's what I mean. That's what I say. You give them 5, you can give them whatever. They're most likely not going to be back in baseball anyways because no team's going to want to hire these guys after they pretty much were pushed out of the game right away anyways. I mean, baseball.
There's no reason to. Baseball, the managers don't make a big enough impact, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that you need to wear like the scarlet letter that you brought one of these guys back into the game. No. So I think the optics again.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
An optics game. They suspend Cora for a year. He's going to be blackballed anyway out of the game. So there's no reason to suspend him more and like risk him just burning.
The only reason they say they would do more is because
burn the whole fucking forest down.
But I feel like he'll do that. He would, if he wanted to do that, he would do it right now anyways because he's pretty much
He can if he thinks he might have a backdoor chance at another.
I understand that, but even if they give him, they give him 6 months. I feel like there's no team that is going to want to hire him.
Everybody said that about McGuire though, and
I understand that, but McGuire wasn't like fired on the spot. I mean, these guys do. They are. I understand, like steroids. There was a bunch of guys, and they're not going to be allowed into the Hall of Fame and stuff. But this is like what's happening here is like there's a scandal, and then the guys were just gone. It's just the coach. I mean, there were players who were involved, and like you said, with the immunity and stuff, they weren't. But this is a weird situation. I think this is a very weird situation.
Unprecedented territory too.
Yeah. I think it's unlike this. I kind of compared it yesterday to the steroids. I think it's very unlike that because as of right now, there's 3 people involved in this. It's technically that could be suspended for it, or 4, I guess. The GM and the coach from the Astros, and then Cora, and then if Beltran gets in trouble, that would be the 4th. But like with steroids, there were so many people involved in it. It was just this is crazy that there's 4. I guess as of right now, there's 4 main people.
If you think these are the only guys and these are the only teams, though, so that's the other thing is like people are saying there's a reason why a lot of these teams are being quiet.
Yes,
truthfully, with the Red Sox, if Cora had just gotten in trouble with the Red Sox, I think nothing happens. I think because what the Red Sox have done has been done by other teams and been caught by other teams. That's not a big deal. It's just that his name was also in the Astros.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's a crazy story.
And the craziest part is
there'll be a good movie made out of this someday.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
We almost hired a guy that was a little involved in it.
Right.
Yeah, Joe Espada.
Yeah.
And now he's going to end up winning the whole thing because he's going to take over the best roster in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it crazy, though, for the Astros went from in the World Series, kind of favored in the World Series, but ended up losing, and then a few months later, their coach and GM are just gone. and they're a part
the
of
whole thing just comes crashing down.
and their World Series will just never be looked at the same again. I mean, whatever you want to say, it's never going to be looked at the same again.
No,
like I said,
totally agree with there.
I mean, it's cheating. I don't think they should use the cameras or anything. I don't think it's like that crazy of a thing. But for what happened and how it is, that you said there'll be an asterisk next to that forever. And
for sure.
It's not the NCAA. They can't just take away wins and championships. But they'll always look back and say AJ Hinch and the GM got fired because of this. If Alex Cora gets fired, Alex Cora did get fired, and then if Carlos Beltran, something happens where he gets fired, they're going to always go back to that World Series, both World Series teams. It kind of sucks for that Red Sox team in a way that they're kind of getting roped into where their World Series is also going to be kind of looked at a little differently too. Like I said, what they did, a lot different, I would say, but it's still roped into everything else.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's summed up.
It's going to be
to sum it up. It's just
I'm just curious who the next team.
It's a
is gonna
fucked
be,
up
'cause
situation.
You know there's
going
to be another team.
It's just it's crazy. But at least the MLB offseason is a little exciting this year. We got more going on than last year. It was boring last year. We were begging for stories like this last year. What else we got? Oh, the NFL Conference Championship preview. The first game on Sunday, we have Tennessee going to Kansas City. Boys, I've convinced myself that the Titans are going to win this game.
Yes.
I'm going Titans money line. For some reason, how can you beat the Patriots in New England, beat Baltimore after the season they just had in Baltimore, and not go into Kansas City and win? How do you not? I just don't see a way. Derrick Henry, their quarterback has thrown under close to 150 yards the postseason. Just this postseason, 2 games against New England and Baltimore, and won. Something magical is up with this team right now. I have to be a part of it, so I'm going Tennessee money line.
Zach, it scares me we're on the same thought because I'm going Tennessee and Green Bay money line parlay. It's like plus 450. But I agree. I think Tennessee's just the kind of, I hate using such a cliche term, but kind of team of destiny thing right now. And if Henry's going to get going,
6th seed.
Since defense, they've shown is susceptible to.
Hey, let's go Lakers.
Why not?
Lakers.
I'm with you. I like Tennessee. I'm definitely taking them at 7. Anything over 7, anything over a touchdown, I'll take them. I'll probably sprinkle money line.
It's at 7 right now.
I was just actually gonna punch in, and I personally think San Francisco is gonna walk all over Green Bay, but I do want to see what the parlay.
Wait! No. What kind of? Why would you think you have any chance against the 49ers? I know you beat them in San Francisco. Yes, cool.
No, they beat us 38 to 7.
Oh, I thought you had said that you beat them.
No, that's why we're gonna win. We got revenge on the line.
Not
a Titans Packers money line parlay right now pays plus 13.32.
Well, the Packers are bigger underdogs by half a point.
No, both exactly plus 260.
I've got Tennessee 287 and Green Bay 270.
What do you mean?
I've got both at 260.
No, I got San Francisco at 7.5, and then Kansas City 7 on mine on Sports Action.
Yeah, I'm saying money line wise, it's different. It's flipped.
No, I don't. I'm not taking Packers money line. That's not. I actually believe in the Titans.
I'm definitely not doing that.
No,
I'm definitely not doing that.
If we're gonna talk about the next game, I am taking.
I like the Titans under though too. By the way.
53 is a lot of points. That is a lot of points.
I love the under in that thing. That thing, they're going to slow that game down.
Oh, I mean,
Derrick Henry.
Henry's going to take 35 carries. He's going to do 35 carries, I think, this game.
I agree with you guys, and I also like the over in the Green Bay San Francisco game.
45. That's an 8-point difference in that game, in the 2 games. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I also like the over in that game, but I will also take the 49ers 7.5. Yeah, I just think that the 49. I honestly, this is me being real, and not even just the Packers being a team that I do not like. I think that the 49ers are a better team, and I just think that in San Francisco, if it was in Green Bay, I would be a lot more worried. because that just crazy things happen at Lambeau. But it being in San Francisco, I think that the 49ers will take care of business, and we will have a Titans 49ers Super Bowl. I really think that will be an exciting Super Bowl. I think that'd be cool. I know the 49ers were there. When were they there with Kaepernick? Was that 13?
It was against the Ravens,
The
so like
Ravens,
2011.
11?
12.
So 8 years ago, around there. So that's been a while since they've been in the Super Bowl. It's been a while since the Titans have been in the Super Bowl.
It's been 20 years since the
So
Titans
I think
have
it'd
been to
be
the
two
Super
different teams. We don't got the Patriots in there. Either way, I still think it'll be, even if I'd actually never mind. Not either way. If the Packers are in it, I may not watch.
Good.
But we will be having a TCF Super Bowl watch party, which would be annoying as hell if they are playing. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to be the worst.
Yeah, the worst.
If the Packers are in it.
Yeah.
You might not want to come over if the Packers are in it. I will be unbearable.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Maybe me and Matt will have our own party somewhere else where we don't have to listen to you.
Darn.
It'll be.
What do you mean? We'd have a way better. You would want to be with the boys. You'll be in your basement by yourself. No one will want to be around you.
Oh, I, a Packers fan, want to be around two Bears fans if the Packers are in the Super Bowl.
It's not about the Super Bowl. Is not about the teams in it. It's about the experience. Get over yourself, bro.
I didn't know you
And
better than that.
And if Zach and I could ruin your experience,
Yeah.
on
Oh,
the
yeah.
opportunity.
That's beside the
Exactly.
point. That's beside the point.
I think that is the point.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So I have the Titans money line and spread, and then the over.
Hey,
45.
we might need to show pot the Titans money line, just a small one, maybe not clean out the bank or anything.
No, but I think that's a good one. I think we can all agree on that. I think we're not touching the show pot.
But we have three. We got 3 out of the 4 anyway, so.
We're not putting any of the show pot on the Packers game. We don't need to get involved. That's just hard
Fine,
for
I'll
we
take Packers
can't-
money line, sprinkle it, give me the 7.5 all day. It's going to be a close one. We're gonna win it.
Yeah.
Something weird's going to happen. Green Bay's going to the Super Bowl.
So I got the over 45 in the Packers, and then I got the 49ers 7.5. Matt, what do you got?
Titans all across the board, money line spread. I like the under in that
Love
one.
it.
And I also like San Francisco at anything. As long as that thing stays under, I don't. It's probably not going to move much.
I think 7.5 is about. It started at 7. It's up to 7.5. So I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah, I'd probably lean with Boomy too and take the over in that.
Oh,
one
yeah,
too.
but I like
could
the
see that
45
That
is-
thing could get out of hand real quick on both sides.
Hasn't moved.
Green Bay can't stop the run. Aaron Rodgers is still going to be able to make some plays, so I think there's going to be some points for
So
it.
I think that the 49ers will win, but I still think it'll be quite a high-scoring game. But I still think they'll blow them out at the end, hopefully.
T2, Aaron Jones, if they can get him.
Aaron Jones, I was going to say. Have some
Because
respect.
San Francisco is not great against the run, so that's
No.
one matchup to look out for too. Is Aaron Jones?
I'm not gonna
that guy's
And that's why, I mean, they
Respect,
throttled
get outta
us
here.
early because they held Aaron Jones in check, real. But it's been a long time. That was like week, 4?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Not a big follower of the Packers.
We don't want you following.
Yeah, I bet you don't. What did you say? There's a house.
It's owners only, Zach. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
I was at the owners meeting, so what are you talking about? Boomy was talking about a house in Green Bay, right next door to
Literally across the street.
house selling for $750,000, and it is
Keep
just
it.
all Green Bay.
2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, completely painted green and yellow.
Wouldn't pay 1 penny. Wouldn't pay 1 penny for it. So like I said, yeah,
If I won the lottery, I'd buy it and burn it.
I would, yeah, no. So we
Donate it to the fire department and let them test house it.
got the Tennessee Titans, Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City Sunday afternoon, 2:00 game, and then the later game, Green Bay going to San Francisco to play the 49ers. That will be a good game. 2 good games, I think. Like I said,
Yeah.
I think that the Titans will end up winning that game. Hopefully, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that team. The quarterback Tannehill has done nothing to prove to you that he should win those 2 games because he had 70
He's also
and
done
80
nothing
yards.
to lose the game.
But he hasn't lost the games. And Derrick Henry has proved that he can take that ball. He can take the ball 40 times, I feel like, and he would be fine after the game. I mean, that guy can just. I think there's stories right back in high school, and he was carrying like 40 something times a game,
like 4,500 yards in a season.
I mean,
That's insane. That's insane.
Most high schoolers don't drive a car that far.
I'll never forget back when he played when he was at
month.
Alabama, and like the pictures of him against like other 18-year-olds playing football. It's like, oh my gosh, he's 6'3", I think 240, 250. He runs a 4.5 340. That is unbelievable. Like,
well, Tyrann Mathieu said that when he tried to tackle him in the regular season, he thought he broke his jaw.
he turned Earl Thomas around in the middle of a game, just pushed him around. I think. Is this? I mean, I know this is probably not crazy to say. Derrick Henry is the best running back in the game right now. Right now.
Yeah.
Easily. Because I just don't see who's more dominant than him right now. And I understand it's maybe recency bias because he's been in the playoffs and everything, but there is just not a lot of dominant running backs in the.
But their defense is playing really freaking
and their
well
offensive
right
line
now.
too. I mean, they have a good offensive line. That's kind of the whole thing with it. But also, like I said, him and the stamina. I mean, to have 30 carries a game and still be ready to keep going. I mean, it's just. I keep talking about the Titans because I want to keep validating my money line pick. So I'm just gonna keep talking about the how good the Titans are. We got what else we got here? Oh, Boomy's wacky web story. We didn't have one last night. Boomy, do you got one for us?
All right, I have a story about the coolest.
Well, I'll talk about it afterwards. Go ahead.
All right, the coolest, wildest divorce court story in a long time. This takes place in Harlan, Iowa, where a man has asked a judge to allow him and his ex-wife to have a sword fight in order to make their decision. A actual sword fight. He has actually requested 12 weeks for the man to prepare so that he could secure Japanese samurai swords.
That guy should just be sent to jail just for that idea.
Just put him on death row, for the love of God, man. He says, well, technically, it's not illegal. There's never been explicitly banned or restricted as a right in the United States.
If
he wants to have
you're going up against, like, we could have sword fighting because there's no law in a courtroom, then something's wrong with you.
That's insanity.
Keep them in the courtroom.
What this woman needs to do is just say yes to whatever his demands are, because you are obviously getting divorced from an absolute lunatic. No, Zach. She is divorcing an absolute insane person. So you say yes to whatever this man says, because so he doesn't come to your house and chop your head off.
What do they win if they win the sword fight?
I think there's like custody battles and property tax payments and visitation and stuff. But like, you don't mess with this kind of crazy. Anyone who voluntarily wants a samurai sword fight, you just say yes to them and do what they ask.
Yeah, that's
that person will make your life a living hell and will probably end your life at some point.
Well, that's the craziest thought ever. Not the craziest thought. It's one of the craziest.
You're going to tell someone that actually wants to have a samurai fight with you. You're going to tell them no.
To tell a judge, be like, yeah, we need to have me and my ex-wife, we're going to have a sword fight so we can have. I also need 12 weeks to train for this. That's the craziest thing to say. I need 12 weeks. Give me 12 weeks, Judge. No. I hope he got a quick no.
I don't.
The quickest no you could ever get.
It should be. I don't believe I saw that they made. I'm pretty sure the judge said no, but like, this is just a wild story.
All right, so Boomy, you remember the wacky web story you had with the Wausau? They banned the throwing of snowballs.
I do recall that.
So my
yes.
dad, we were at work today, and he brought me into the office, and he showed me on his laptop that there was this video, and he was on. You know how people older people go, like they had like the MSN pop up, and they look at every little video on there. It was a video of the Wausau, I think, deputy or chief deputy or whatever, and they were having all the cops behind him were having snowball fights. And what he goes on to say is it's a law where it's like, yes, they said like it's just throwing objects like bow and arrows and like stuff like that. Like there has been 3 people that have ever been in trouble, or like 3 people that have been in trouble by this law. One of them was a snowball fight, and it was because they were throwing snowballs at cars while they were driving. And then the other one were like, this is very Wausau. They had like bow and arrows that had that people were using them in their yard, and it went to somebody else's yard and ended up in their tree. And that's what the other citations were written down, because it's all kind of a packaged law. So and then the mayor was also there. The deputy threw a snowball at the mayor. And actually, that's
a jailable offense in Warsaw.
But what they were saying is that it's not. They were saying they just made it, but it was pretty funny that my dad brought me in to show me this funny video, and I thought, Boomy's Wacky Web Story. So always listen to this, and always keep them in your head, because you never know when you'll hear more about them, because some of these things will be heard of. I thought that was like, that is crazy.
Yeah, so if you, in the next couple of weeks, if you see that Bridget Ostrom...
Well, no, 12 weeks. If in 12 weeks you hear about...
by a sword, I know who did it.
If you hear in 12 weeks about a sword fight in a courtroom, what does this guy think is going to happen? Can we have a sword fight judge in this courtroom? I don't know why this is making me so mad, but I'm appalled.
It's a good way to settle everything at this point.
I agree. We need to bring back like duels and stuff.
We don't.
Duels.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Aaron Burwitz.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't. I think that I couldn't imagine a duel.
I'd be all for it. I'd stand around and watch.
What if you were involved in it?
Well, I wouldn't be that stupid. I'd just stand and watch.
No, that's not the point. If somebody says duel, you duel.
One rule.
You don't
stand behind the shooter.
No. You don't make. If somebody gets mad at you, like right now, I say duel. We have to duel.
You do.
Yeah, it's not like you had the chance. You don't get to say, "Oh yeah."
You don't get to say no.
Yeah,
that's
crazy person talk.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
Yeah. You don't tell me when to duel. I will say when to duel.
About it then. Let's go.
Yeah, let's duel. See? I think that you're walking your statement back on the whole dueling thing. Imagine like you're in a subway and somebody you accidentally bump into somebody
as long as you're not an asshole though, most likely you're not going to get challenged to a duel.
It might be a problem for me.
You bump into Matt. You bump into Matt at a subway or something like that, and he turns and he goes, "Duel! You have to duel."
Duel.
You should just watch where you're going.
Yeah, just imagine.
Nope, duel.
Duel. That's all you gotta say. Duel, and then they know it's on.
You get 10 paces.
High noon tomorrow.
No, you guys right in that subway. Well, you have to either that or go outside. If there's not 10 paces,
yeah, you have to go outside. There's bystanders.
If there's not 10 paces in each direction, you can't have the duel there. It has to be 10 paces in each direction.
Could you imagine being one of like the townsfolk at the days of duels, like where all of a sudden just a duel just breaks out? Everyone's coming out of their houses. Just
my dad watches old westerns and stuff, and he just like casually drinking
bad
in the bar. Then boom,
in those towns.
Someone's getting
everyone was leaving work to go have a gunfight.
Unbelievable. And there's like,
there's one. We still have all this work to do, but you keep leaving every half hour because idiots in the street want to shoot guns.
Yeah, hey, but if you think about it, that's their nuts, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, we're in the post show now. I thought about this the other day. What?
I think we're in a death spiral at this point.
What did they do before like air conditioning? And as a person, I couldn't have adapted. I know you probably would have. I couldn't have done it.
The Bible.
I wouldn't.
People did.
I don't think I would. I think I'd have to tap out. I don't imagine.
That sounds terrible.
I'm with you. Air conditioning is a must. It's a must.
They were also talking about this on I think it was the Yak the other day. Imagine being the person to invent or know everything like while inventing it. Like you're being you're the smartest person ever.
Could you imagine having like the knowledge of the future, but like living in the 50s? Like, oh my God, that would be just that'd just be the greatest thing
I
in
would
the world.
screw it up somehow. Like on Family Guy when they alter the future and everything starts
And
to fade.
every other sitcom ever written.
Family Guy, sorry. Okay, I know,
Family
Guy, they do it a bunch.
Like every show ever.
I don't think they really do that in The Simpsons.
Yeah, they do. There was a Treehouse of Horror where they go back in time and Homer keeps like stepping on bugs.
That's the Halloween.
And then just Back to the Future, when they start altering the space-time continuum.
Futurama, like the whole. There's a lot of stuff there.
Although you young bucks probably never saw Back to the Future, did you?
I have, but I just think that I would mess up that.
I was always thrown off by Michael J. Fox's relationship with his mom.
Yeah, it throws you for a curveball when you think about it. When you think about it, it's like, yeah, that's weird. Like she's like totally into him, and it's like your kid. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
That's not good.
No,
strange.
Anything else post show?
Boys, I don't think so. We just covered a lot there, and just stemming off our samurai sword story. So
unbelievable samurai.
Start talking sword fights. You end up in on Michael J. Fox and Leah Thompson and Back to the Future. Anything can happen, I guess. So
they're good movies, but I don't know. I don't think I'd rewatch them. I don't think I'd sit down and watch them again. I do have that bracket ready for you guys too for the candy bars, by the way. So for the March Madness. So I did send it over a week or two ago, but I think it was at a time when everyone was kind of busy. So I'm going to fire that back to you guys. Take a look at it so we can start getting with all of our listeners and followers what they think about candy and settling the debate. I think we should do some candy reviews on here. I think it'd be kind of funny. We all have to go out and buy the same candy bars.
Oh, speaking of, I was at Walgreens today. I got to throw this out there. I'm a combos guy. I like the salty snacks. So now they've been sprinkling out all sorts of different flavored combos, and I never saw this one until today. Sweet barbecue. Ugh. I don't know what I think of that. I think that sounds like dog shit.
Combos?
Yeah, that does not sound appetizing.
Sweet barbecue combos.
That's not what I think about when I think about a pretzel.
Totally out on that. I love the 7-layer dip ones of the new variety. Those are solid. The jalapeno cheddar, solid.
See, that's what's wrong with people nowadays. They're ruining things. People are ruining things. People are going overboard with flavors.
Flavors are good.
People are going.
Have you guys had their sweet ones where they?
Yeah, those are actually pretty good.
I haven't had any of those.
Yeah, I can't remember which one. Maybe I don't know if there's like a caramel one, not caramel.
Yeah, it's like a caramel cream or something like that.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah,
I like the sweet and salty mix, so I don't know. I probably shouldn't hate on it yet.
But yeah, that flavor sounds disgusting.
Yeah, but there's definitely some things you see. I've also tried the dill pickle chips, like the Lay's potato chips. Those are terrible.
My wife is obsessed with salt and vinegar chips.
Salt and vinegar fries. Dude, I tried those over the summer. I was like, what the hell's the big deal? Everybody seems to love these. They taste like someone literally just poured a bag of salt and just pure white vinegar in a bag, and it was disgusting.
I don't know how people eat it.
I don't know why you want to eat that. Just eat a regular flavored chip.
There's a place that's by us. They do wings and fries with that seasoning for people too. That people eat it up, I guess, dude.
But what I said, people are trying too many different flavors nowadays. Just keep it basic.
Agreed.
Just keep it basic, people. It is insane.
I don't disagree.
The flavors they got on
there's nothing wrong with a solid nacho cheese pretzel combo. No. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need 40 different flavors of it.
No, I agree.
In the same breath, dill pickle sunflower seeds are
I guess I should have said sunflower seeds because I like a lot of different sunflower seeds. So that's one that I
the ranch ones.
Oh,
are
ranch
good.
is the
ranch
best.
Are good.
Barbecue.
Hey, there's one you gotta try. It's the Old Bay seasoning that they use in crawfish boil.
That's all my seafood seasoning, man. I love that stuff.
Yeah, they put those in sunflower seeds from Biggs.
I think you can about find any different flavor of sunflower seeds of any kind.
That's the same restaurant I was just talking about with the wings. They do Old Bay seasoning on their stuff too. If you want that.
What is the
stuff.
place called?
And Matt, I know you said you're a sweet and salty.
You ever been to Wings, etc.?
In Yorkville, I've not been there. I know I'm very close to there every day.
My sister lives right by there. It's
check it out. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I've just never shot over.
It's yummy. I'm a big fan of their wings. I'm a big fan of wings in general, but they have really good wings.
If you don't like wings, you can just go ahead and get the hell out of my life.
Thank you.
I'm not opposed to bone in, bone out, whatever. To each his own. Like everybody's got their variety. I don't care if you like bone in or boneless, whatever. But if you don't like wings, you can just go ahead and leave my life. On that note, are you guys fans of ribs? Good old slab of ribs.
Yeah.
I think we need to go up to my grandparents have a cabin up in St. Germain, Wisconsin. And whenever I go up there, there's a bunch of places I got to go for ribs. I think we got to go up there. We got to go on a rib tour and document it.
Ooh.
And just tell everyone that we have to go on vacation.
Zach, with that being said, we got to get Matty over here for wing night at Main Street one night. See what he thinks about the world famous Main Street.
We need to try
wings.
Skoogs too. Skoogs?
Main Street.
I like
what?
to eat, so we could hit
Main Street is better than Skoogs.
We'll move on. This has been the TCF Morning Show, Thursday, January 16th. I have been joined by Matt at schools_01, Boomy at Boomy TCF. I am at Zillia, LALJA TCF. Thank you to our sponsor, The Muddy Otter. Go to themuddy-otter.com. Go check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, we had Mitch on last night. Mitch will be on more. Him and Hannah, they were in the lab. They work in the lab on their pottery and woodworking. I'm not going to stop saying that. Like I said, go to their website, check out their products, themuddy-otter.com, and also hit them up on Facebook, Instagram. Like Mitch said last night, if you got any custom ideas, hit them up. Maybe if they can do it, they will. If they can't, then they'll just say no. But they would love some ideas. Mitch would love some woodworking ideas, so hit them up on Facebook and Instagram. And also, Score Trader, like I said, they are done with cash prize events for the rest of the football season. But with the political debates coming up here and the presidential debate or the presidential candidacies up this year, right? So in the next few months, that'll start ramping up, and Score Trader's kind of starting to go into that. So we will get more into that. We'll have Owen send us some more details on that. I know Boomy will be excited about that. So Boomy will kind of head this one like Pigoy headed the other one. We'll let Boomy in on this one. He may have to find an Apple product to do that, but he will figure it out because I think that you will like that a lot. Like I said, we'll get more into that in the next few days, but we'll have we'll have some political stuff, and then March Madness with the college basketball will be a big time event for Score Trader. But until then, there will be some stuff with the political stuff. But again, that is Score Trader. Go to the App Store, type in Score Trader, download that. You can still play with the NFL divisional round and the Super Bowl, but it's just for fun. You're not going to win any money, but if you want to try and figure it out, because next year, Owen said that they will be ramping it up even more for next football season, so that'll be even. It was free to play. There was $500 a week given out. So you be ready for that next year. But again, we'll get more into that in the next few days. If you want to follow us on the main page, it's at @typical_Chicago, Instagram, Facebook, Typical Chicago Fans. All of our social media we post every day. Our TCF Morning Show and the podcast and YouTube links. If you go onto YouTube, type in Typical Chicago Fans, subscribe on there. We're trying to grow the YouTube page. We put all of our TCF Morning Show and TCF podcasts on there. Go to the Apple Store. Apple, Spreaker, Spotify, not the store, just the podcast one, the app, and type in Typical Chicago Fans. Subscribe, follow, rate, review, give us a 5-star rating, please. I think that's about it. Anything else, boys?
I don't think so.
Nothing.
I don't think so. Or when are you going to start the TCF TikTok page, Zach?
TikTok confuses me. I don't think I have the brain
because you're like
for like.
because you're not 15.
Well, no.
Because
Well,
you're not
But
12.
the thing is, like, some of the like parody videos that, like, even like Barstool has Stool Team 6, and it's like all
Yeah,
their.
I don't know.
I just don't get
I'm
like
lost.
even their videos. I don't really get why it's fun. Like
I
but
it doesn't. I don't get it.
they're buying house. People are getting houses over this kind of TikTok stuff.
It's-
though.
it's nuts.
There's millions
It's
and millions of dollars in TikToks. It's crazy. It's insane.
We're doing something wrong, boys. We're doing something wrong.
Yes, we are.
I think the three of us.
Zach, did you check the Lakers
They
score?
lost.
By
Are
1.
you serious?
Why don't we end the show?
119 to 118.
To
Let's
the
end show.
Magic.
We don't need to see Zach do this right now.
What, LeBron probably missed the last second shot or something. I blame LeBron for this. This is first AD goes. He's a Packer fan. He wears Aaron Rodgers' stupid Aaron Rodgers jersey to the Green Bay.
Let's end the damn show already.
Idiot. All right, this has been the TCF Morning Show, Thursday, January 16th. We'll be back on Monday morning with the conference championship recap. Hopefully, the Packers will have had lost by 1,000,000 points. And the Lakers, hopefully, they don't win a game the rest of the season. All right. See you, boys.
Peace.